What's up, guys? So I've had a lot of folks ask me about how I get up and down the tree with the one stick climbing method with my saddle and why I do it and all that kind of stuff. Basically, the why is because it's the lightest, easiest setup that I have found. And normally when I'm walking a mile, 2 miles into the woods, I'd rather carry one stick as I had 4. So what I've got here, I've got my saddle on, got my platform hooked up. I've got my rope already extended out, and this is I'm gonna go over all this stuff at the end of the video, but I've got my Mad Rock Safeguard here too. This is a belay device. This is what allows me to do the one stick, because with one stick, when you come down, I'm gonna be rappelling from the tree, and that's how you get down, and that's how you rappel, is this right here. I'm not gonna do any cuts because I want y'all to see in real time how long it takes. That's another question. Well, how long is it gonna take to get up to hunting height? And y'all will be able to see in the video exactly how long it takes me to get from the base of the tree all the way to the top where I'm going, set up and ready to go. So let's go over here real quick. All right, so I got all this here. I'm gonna set my stick. I'm gonna set my stick about right there, I guess, to the bottom of my chin. That's where I'm gonna start. If that's too high, you can adjust it. If it's too low, like I said, you can adjust it. Ain't no big deal. Got that. Got my little old safety harness for my aider. I don't take my full rope out right here. This is a static line rope, and that's a scaffolding knot, a scaffolding hitch knot attached to the carabiner. I don't take the full rope out climbing up. I just take enough to where it can get me around the tree. Pull a little bit more, and then I connect it to itself, just like that. All right, there we go. Now, the belay device. So basically you need 2 carabiners, one for your rope and one to attach your belay device to your bridge. You take this Mad Rock Safeguard right here, lever down in your palm, open it up, lay the rope just like this, just like that. And then you flip this, attach the carabiner. I'm ready to climb. So that's what we're gonna do. So I've got right hand on this rope. I need to cinch this down a little bit better. I'm gonna cut this part a little bit. All right, right hand on the rope, left hand on the stick. Toe to tree. What I mean by that is that. All right, not that. All right, toe to tree when you're climbing. Pull up and get to climbing. Then you move your rope up like this. And if I swing to the right, okay? And as you can tell, this tree is not a perfect tree to climb as far as, you know, straight up and down. It's a little bit leaning back towards this way. So whatever side that you want to swing to, that's the side that you have to move your carabiner to. So I want to swing to the right. My carabiner is right over here. Boop, 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 boop. And I think, yeah, let me do it this way. Here we go. You can make it a little quicker and step on that top step, but the reason I don't is because it's easier for me to grab my step and reset. Grab a stick. we go. Grab my stick again. And I think I'm moving that about that notch right there is about eye level with me. Once you do this 5, 6, 7, 8 times, you'll have your groove of how you do things and how you set things, all that jazz. No, that ain't going nowhere. Dadgum, that hurt. Like a son of a gun. All right, I don't know if y'all saw how I just swung back forward this way a little bit. That's because I didn't put my carabiner over all the way over here. All right. Another thing too, wherever I situate myself climbing up the tree, my platform's always gonna be to the right of this stick. So if I wanna climb, basically whichever side of the tree that I'm climbing up, the left of me is where I'm gonna be facing. And you can change that however you want to. All right. Pull a little slack out. Tell you what, bring that back over here. Now, take a little bit more. Now I'm gonna set my platform. I don't know if y'all can see this. Ronald, can you get over there or back over there to where they can get a good view of this? Or you may have had the view. Cinch this down. I always set my platform just a touch lower than my step. I'll show y'all. That's gonna be too low. I'll show y'all why here in just a moment. That's gonna be the same. It don't matter. Not for right now. All right. Now, I would not do this without a lineman's rope, which is fully detaching from the tree and reattaching, but I did it, so there you go. Not recommending that. Now, I am here. All I have to do now is take my bow rope. Normally what I do, I forgot to do this for the video purpose, but normally, obviously, you've got a bow down there that you've already got this attached to. This part of my rope is attached to here as I'm climbing. I mean, it's, you know, like I said, it's got my bow down there attached to it. Wrap it around a few times. That way, in case if this falls out of my hand, I don't drop it to the ground. And then as soon as I get up here like this, before I get my backpack or anything situated, I attach that. Can you see that, Ronald, right there? Zoom in where I got that. You see that pretty good? I got that thing attached because when I get back down, I'm gonna pull this and that's how I'm gonna get my rope, okay? So, all right. So now I'm up here, I can pull my bow up. You know, I can take my his strap right here, throw it around the tree, put my backpack on, put my clip on for my bow, get my bow up. I'm here. I don't know how long that took, but I'm gonna say it's somewhere around 10 minutes. So now we've got everything. We've shot the deer. Well, actually first, I'm up here about 20 foot. I'd say right here. I know my head's gonna be at 22, 23, 24, 25. I don't know, I ain't got a measuring tape, but I'm up here a good bit, good ways. So yeah, there's that. Now that we've killed the deer or whatever we're going after, now we're coming back down. So I take my his strap off, got my backpack on my back. We've lowered our bow down or our gun, whatever. We're gonna take this rope right here out of our pouch. Take the whole thing. Make sure it ain't knotted up. So this tree, leaning that way, I'm gonna move this carabiner over just a little bit so I can come down and I don't get on the wrong side of the fence. I'll move this over just a hair like that. Tell you what, that limb's in my way. That'd be good for video purpose. I have to go out there when I pull it, but I'll be able to get it. All right, and then I just lean all the way back. Try not to bend my knees. And then you'll just sway if you have to. That's fine, ain't no big deal. Get over here, collect your gear. If you want to be real quiet, you can attach it, reattach it to yourself. But I've already killed the big deer in the woods, so I don't care about being quiet. I'm just gonna throw it down. Make sure everything below me is clear. Pull back, walk on down. All right. Now, at the bottom, you get your gear all situated how you want it, which for me, that means I'm gonna kick it over just like that for now. That's situated. Always, always, always take this belay device off your rope. The reason being, more times than none when I'm out in the woods, I'm climbing trees and I'm skipping limbs like that, okay? So if we were to just leave that belay device on there and I were to pull this bow rope, that belay device is gonna get caught up there. So you can see I've got a limb right there. All right, now Ronald, I want you to watch with that camera. Okay, never mind, my bad. I want you to watch that carabiner where that rope's coming through. All right, with the belay device off, you just pull and it'll come right through it. And you can see that rope's hung up on that limb up there, but since we just pulled it through, I got it right here, and it hits me. But it's off the tree. So, doesn't matter, you don't have to have, like with a climbing stand or a lock, well not a lock on, but like a climbing stand, you've got to have a clear tree. You can't have limbs all over it. With a saddle, I can get up in that cedar tree if I wanted to, and you can still collect your gear. So the gear that I have is going to be, when I get it untangled from me, my bow rope, what I'm using is 550 cord. I've probably got 30 something foot of this right here. I've got one of these little attachments tied to the end of it. And that's what I'm gonna hook to the end of my, or not the end, but to this rope. This is a scaffolding hitch knot. You can look it up on YouTube. It's like a 2-minute video that shows you how to tie this. Ain't nothing to it. But I clip this part right there when I'm up there. And that's what allows me to pull slack out of it and retrieve my rope. If the tree doesn't have any limbs where you're climbing, that thing will just it'll pull that tension off the tree, and that rope will just drop. And then you'll just detach it from the base of the tree. But I've got that for my bow rope. I tie to this to retrieve it and to pull my bow or gun up. I've got this 32-foot rope right here, static line rope. I don't know what millimeter, it's 8, 10, something like that. Y'all can YouTube somebody better and they'll tell you what to get, or just look on Tethrd's website. You need 2 carabiners. If you get a saddle from Tethrd, they're probably gonna ship you 2 of these with them, okay? I use 2 carabiners, one for my rope and one for my Mad Rock Safeguard. If I'm not mistaken, you can also get that. You can get pretty much everything off Tethrd's website, tethrdnation.com or tethrd.com. But you need 2 carabiners for that. Walk with me. I got the Tethrd 1 stick right here, and at the base of it I got this this is an old safety harness that I've rigged on here, and I'm not saying that I recommend it, but I will say it's not going anywhere, okay? And the other thing that I really like about this step, it's very light, but you got a bunch of space that'll keep you off the tree with these teeth, and that helps as far as getting up there and standing and moving around and all. It's kind of like a little small platform in itself. But this doggone rope, I mean, you can climb some really, excuse me, big trees with this thing. So like I said, you're not limited. You can climb something that's very small, or you can climb something that's very big. You just really not limited with it. And then the last thing is this platform, this Predator XL platform, okay? So, well, not the last thing. The last thing would be this Ultralock saddle. This is the Tethrd Ultralock saddle. I think it's the XL. So I'm 5'11", 230 pounds. I can set in this. Well, I set in it last year. I think the longest I set was 7 hours. Had no hip pinch, had very little uncomfortability, if that's even a word. So I was very comfortable, needless to say. And yeah, I freaking love it. So that's my 1 stick climbing method. That's not mine, okay? I watched a guy on YouTube years and years ago when I started doing it, but that's how I do it. Once you do it, like I said, 5, 6, 7 times, you'll kind of get into a routine of how you place this there and this, do this, and all this kind of stuff. But it just takes a little practice, but you know, do it a little bit and you won't regret only carrying 1 stick in the woods as opposed to 4, 5, 6, whatever, depending on how high you climb. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. If I missed anything, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, what you agreed with, what you didn't agree with. Tell me what you do, and you know, let me broaden my horizons a little bit. So we'll see y'all on the next one.